Well, hey, McFly subscribers. So, I'm down at T-Hole for the first time in a long time. Actually, fishing the San Juan today. They recently changed the water flow. So, instead of getting, I think it was in like 350, now it's 550. So, it's a lot more flow. I am fishing the new Pisces Fun rod. Being such an inexpensive rod, I'm going to test it on some bigger fish and see if it holds up. Well, that's what I'm doing, fishing a red midge, dropped to a black pupa, little basically zebra midge type thing, okay? But like size 26. So I will see you guys out there. Let's go catch some fish. So I heard in the last few weeks the fishing was amazing. Of course, I couldn't make it out until today. Just 2 days after the water flow change. While the change in water flow will disrupt the fish, and usually send them to hiding, that doesn't mean I can't find a few, so I'm still going to give it a try. So it was early in the morning, and therefore not many people are going to be on the water yet, so I made my way quickly down to hold my place at Texas Hole. Just me, one other person, and these geese. It's rare for it to not be overcrowded at T-Hole. And almost instantly, I hook up with a fish. And he was a decent size. However, it's been a while since I fished here, and I put way too much pressure on the tiny midge, and it ripped out. It's a shame because he was a solid feeling fish. Well, I hooked up again. Oh man, pretty small. And another small fish. Yeah, these aren't what I'm looking for. And it's also starting to get crowded here. So at 9 a.m., I decide to move. I go to the braids and find this run. And even though that was a terrible hook set, I still got the fish on. Hey, not a bad one either. And I really like how this rod is holding up. It's got a slow enough action to hold the fish with these tiny hooks. So nowhere near the biggest fish I've ever caught in the San Juan, but a decent one for sure. So after that fish, I decided I wanted to go hit up some carp at that small lake I've caught them on before. You remember this 31-inch beast. Anyway, I start the stalking of these finicky fish, walking slowly around the lake. And by the way, I switched up rods to my 6-weight, which is a lot better to handle these more powerful fish with. And I see one up ahead tailing. You can't really see it here, but there's one up that way. As I get within casting distance, I try to make a cast to him. But he got spooked. However, I still jigged it back just in case he wanted to hit. A solid hit. However, something feels funny. This really doesn't feel like a carp. Wow, a pretty nice brown trout. I mean, what? I didn't think there were browns in this lake. But what a pretty fish, and very surprising. It must have gotten landlocked in the lake from the last high water. So I kept looking for carp. However, I was being spotted by them before I could get close enough to cast. And most of them were just cruising along, and it was hard to find them actively feeding. But as I came up to this little spot, I stepped up on a rock to check if there were carp. But I felt a sharp pinch on my hand. And right there is the culprit, a mosquito. I didn't see any carp, and the mosquitoes were starting to eat me alive. So I decided enough was enough and hightailed it back to the car. I mean, no need to get West Nile virus, right? But I decided to stop at the river really quick to see if there were any fish. And sure enough, I hooked one. Not huge, but a fun little fight, and a beautiful little fish. Well, thanks for watching. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Now you go catch some fish. By the way, please stay tuned for a word from the company who sponsored this video. A lot of you have asked me, how do you get your beard so thick and full? Part of it is genetics. I can't really say that it's 100% anything I specifically do, but there are a few things that you can do if you're interested in growing a big full beard like me. One is like a beard oil or a beard butter or a beard balm. For a long time I've used that kind of stuff. I've used oils and whatnot, and what it does is it softens up your beard, makes it look a little fuller, and makes it healthier. It actually kind of keeps it more hydrated, and we all know a healthy beard is going to be a fuller beard. Lately, in the last couple months, I've used this stuff. It's called Beard Balm, Like a Boss Beard Balm, and there's a bunch of them out there, and you can get it really anywhere. But what I like about this stuff is what's in it, and it really does soften the beard quite a bit. A lot of times before I started using this, even with some of the oils, my beard felt really coarse, but what that does is when it softens up, it kind of perks out a little bit, makes it look a little more full. So the ingredients, I can't really pronounce all these, but I will put in the description section all the ingredients that are in it, but I am going to talk about a couple. So olive oil, beeswax, there's candelilla wax, and then there's a little bit of fragrance and quite a few other different things. It does have a nice smell though. It smells almost lemony, kind of like lemon balm if you've ever smelled that. This doesn't seem like a lot, but you use very little of it, so it lasts a long time. And so all you do is you just put your thumb nail in it and just scrape off a little bit, not a lot. So you can get this on Amazon. That's another reason why I like it. It's really simple. I mean, you just basically place an order on Amazon. It'll be delivered to your door. Check this out. It's called Like a Boss Beard Balm, and I'll put a link in the description section of this video for this balm if you guys want to check it out.